Hey guys, History Guru is here, and this is like a second battle in a row on T69 in Murovanka in exactly the same base. And but this battle illustrates even better few of the moments on how to play this map, what to do how to do it the right way, the wrong way, and I'm hoping it's gonna be educational. And it ended up to be pretty good and interesting battle. So we're starting at the south. And on Murovanka there are two ways to go. You can go north or you can go forest. We spawn quite far away from the forest, so I don't like to go that way on T69 with no armor. I can be shot and killed quick, and this tank has a lot of firepower. Alright, our scouts said that they are going to scout, looking and their statistics, they're gonna die quick, so we shall see what's going to happen. And looking at the teams, we have, I think they have more of a green and yellow players. They have a little bit of a better team and they have a good artillery. And we will see in this game how artillery is trying to hunt me down. Now, what I'm going to do here at the beginning, just like in the previous video I showed you, this is the bush I'm going to stay. Let's look at our scouts. What our scouts are gonna do. One looks going north, which is actually good. Other looks going village, and which is actually bad. So the looks in the village is not going to help much. He's going to get shot quickly. And then we have enemy T52, guys. I want you to also during the battle see what enemy scout is doing. He's doing much better job at scouting. So our looks that goes north, instead of making a round and retreating, he decided to sit there behind the bush, get killed, and the scout in the village got killed too, so we lost two scouts right away. Not good. And the bush I'm sitting here, I recommend everyone who is playing tank destroyer or tank with a good gun. Sniping gun. T69 not necessarily sniping gun, but due to lack of the armor and nice autoloader, I'd like to snipe at the beginning of the battle and do play more active role when I know where actually enemy tanks are. This enemy scout surprised me a little, so he kind of came out of nowhere. I'm shooting him, and look guys, I know I'm spotted. See, I'm doing zigzagging. Watch, I did zigzag and boom, artillery shell landed. I bet you that's that French artillery, 13F3 shooting me. And then there's another scout. I know artillery just reloaded, so I have a little time, and I'm thinking I disappeared. But now I need to move around and do more zigzagging. Artillery avoidance. I spent most of my armor piercing shell and I switched to hit rounds. The problem with this tank, it looks like Wargaming designed this tank specifically to make people to pay for hit rounds, because armor piercing rounds have only 171 millimeters penetration, and I don't know many players who run this tank with armor piercing, because you cannot do much on this tank, but the hit rounds, they have 300 millimeters penetration. Okay, T52 decided to get a couple of shot at me, and I know I'm spotted. I need to run and retreat before RT hits me. And look, there's another RT shell is going to land or not. But I need to do more RT avoidance. I'm behind the bush. Hopefully I'm not seen. And by the way, if you guys don't know yet, the 6 cents perk for your commander, just landed. 6 cents perk for your commander is the most important perk to have overall. Always make sure, if you get reached tier 8, you got to have crew with your commander having 6 cents. Must have. Make your life so much easier. Anyways, back to tank. So they really did this tank to for people to purchase hits and spend money on this game. I don't see any other way around why this tank exists. Because with the regular armor piercing having only 4 shells in its autoloader, it would be very underpowered. With hits, however, it's a superior, great tank. Well, it is a great tank. Maybe not superior, but at least you can do something. So it's 4-4, right? Now I know where the majority of enemy tanks are. If you look, recommend this new XP mode to everyone, because if you look at the minimap, you can see on the minimap those dots. It shows where the enemy tanks were last seen. So all those discovered enemy tanks. We know T50 is here. We have 3 tanks, and we know artillery somewhere here. The really only 2 tanks that never showed up would be T28 and ISU 152. My guess, since they're tank destroyer, my guess they're sitting in the forest. So it's time for me to switch to a little bit more active action. And what I'm going here, I'm going to smoke, well, not the smoke, I'm going to spot enemy. And in addition to spotting, I really want to get my team to advance, because what happens in public battles, as soon as one tank starts advancing, the rest follow. If no one advances, everyone sits and camps. Call it psychology, but that's generally how it works. Now I advanced, and you can see like Tiger, OIS3, everyone is going forward. I reloaded. The first goal is to kill T34. I should be able to kill him with my clip. And before RT has time to aim. Alright, he's done. Now I allowed my team, help them to advance north, and now I need to retreat because things are not so good. Look, like we have the Tiger, we have IS-3, and we have their forces back in the forest, advancing through the forest. So while our team was advancing line 1 and 2, their team was advancing line 9 and 0. The problem uh, with this, well, it's not the problem, but feature of this map is, okay, you got to like B2, B3, and on other side you got to H8, H9, and then in order to reach enemy base, you have to go and travel quite a lot of distance in the open. So when our team, like our goes in the open to enemy base, their tank destroyers from the forest can annihilate them. Same thing applies to the enemy team. While they go from H9 to our base, if we have tanks on the hill in G3, we can shoot at them and annihilate them. And that's exactly what will happen. It's just a mirror opposite. Our team advances, is going to die. Their team advances, and we'll see what happens. I was about to say something nice about artillery, our artillery, because look, I don't think they had the right idea, but the right idea would be for our artillery is actually to move north, since we pretty much swept the north side. So if the priest and the grill sat on that hill in C3 or like A1, they would be able to help the team and surprise enemy tanks with the shots from very unusual angle. They would not expect artillery to be there. Instead, our artillery decided that it's a great idea to actually go on cap and cap. So I'm here. What I'm doing here, I'm waiting for Tiger 2 and Louvre. So enemy team is making mistake on this side, and our team is making exactly the same mistake on the other side. And that's, guys, what happens all the time in the public battles. The ISU-152 is a great player, and he already has 4 kills from the forest, shooting at our dummies who are trying to cap, especially our artillery who's trying to cap. I don't know what people are thinking. So my goal here is to kill Luve and Tiger 2. And T69 gun is not that great, you know, you have 4 shells in your clip, and there's a good chance that half of the shells you'll miss. That's just how things work. And given that you're shooting expensive hit rounds, that can drive you crazy. But if you don't shoot hit rounds, you're not going to be nearly as effective. So again, my thought about that, I'd rather lose money and win than lose money and lose. And I recommend buying those premium shells when they have specials. Just buy a few hundreds of those and then grind your tank, right? That's the way to go. So I kill Hapless, Luve and Tiger 2, and look who's left now. Good players left. We still have no idea where ISU-152 is. It has 4 kills and it never was spotted. So you got to be careful here, guys. I'm reloading. I only have 9 shells left. What I'd like now to happen is for our Tiger 2, who is a pretty decent player, he's a good player. This was a surprise. M37 said goodbye cruel world and went underwater drowning. Don't know why he did it. It's not like game was lost for their team, they still could win. He probably was late for something. But the goal is right now is for someone to light enemy tanks and for me to sit here and spend my clip, hopefully landing most of my shots on target. And that's what I'm talking about. See, finally ISU was discovered, full health. And there's a T28. Our tiger was unfortunately dead. I'm reloading. Our Hammer was doing actually a pretty good job. I'm surprised he didn't die there. And the game is pretty much over. I really wanted to get an 8th kill to get that nice pretty medal. But again, this is the story on when T69 gun is real magic, really magic. Look, I hit him hard, right? Missed him. How the heck I missed him again, I don't know. But it was not my day to get an 8th kill. Post-game reports are coming. Hope you enjoyed the battle. See you in the next video. And here's the post-battle stats. I got a tanker and Top Gun, and the great thing that it was during X5 weekend, so that was a whopping 11,000 experience. Look guys, 4600 in damage, and in addition to that I got 1600 damage upon detection. But guys, look, watch the screen. This tank was designed to suck money out of you again. I went minus 10,000 because of the gold shells. It cost me 100,000 to resupply the ammo. Funny, isn't it? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the battle, and I'll see you in the next video.